Recently, I was talking to my mom after a mass we attended together. We were discussing the homily that the priest gave that day, which had to do with living for God as He is present in our lives, as opposed to waiting for heaven or some other alternative mindset. This conversation led me to bring up Schelling's conception of God. Schelling views God as a temporal being, in the sense that He is time itself. This notion is conceptually opposed to the traditional Orthodox conception of God as having a fixed, eternal nature. This is a consequence of Schelling being a process metaphysician. That is, he abides by reality as a moving entity that is in a constant flux. However, unlike his similar contemporary Hegel, for Schelling, formal notions and material things are not the only things moving in reality. Rather, there is a primordial nature that precedes them. This primordial nature is made up of conflicting forces and wills that are always changing in potency, and this is what Schelling calls the past. He claims that this is what separates his philosophy from Spinoza, who similarly posited a metaphysical nature that is God. Spinoza, according to Schelling, correctly identified what are known as original forces, such as extension and thinking, but neglected the differing potency of them over time. So, as forces interplay and time progresses, God also progresses and becomes a fully unified being. Then, reality takes the form that is recognized by Hegel, the one that is full of dialectical interplay of the abstract and actual. This is what Schelling calls the present. However, also different from Hegel's view is the idea that primordial forces remain in the present. They didn't only precede the present, but continually allow it to exist. This is because, for Schelling, the greatest primordial force is love, and love is the force of expansion. Additionally, God is a being of love, as He was the past before being the God of the present, with love as His greatest force. So, He chooses to allow the world to exist rather than be destroyed, despite all the horrors and evil that necessarily exist in the world. Such evils are necessary because there can be no good without evil. They are relative measures of each other. However, with both of them existing in the present, God and the rest of the world suffer as well as rejoice. The primordial forces and God are always with us. Now, regarding Schelling's conception of the future, unfortunately, not much is known. He stopped writing The Ages of the World before he could get to the third installment, which would have laid out his vision of the future. It is speculated that it has to do with potentiality and imagination, but beyond that, not much has been said. It is important to note Schelling's theory of past, present, and future, as it is outlined in this video, should not be conceptualized as a theory of time as it is traditionally understood. Rather, Schelling put forth a theory of what precedes the world in all of its features, including the traditional notion of time and what the world is. These are, respectively, Schelling's past and present. Again, not much is known about his idea of the future, unfortunately. We hope this video has helped you learn about Schelling's philosophy and that you have become interested in it if you weren't already. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. This video is dedicated to Jody Sherman, who requested its topic as her monthly video topic request, which is something she receives as a Patreon subscriber. Thank you for the request and for the subscription.